All right, this is Julie Garn. She came into our office just last week, and we'll let her tell her story just a little bit. So, Julie, kind of explain what brought you to our office.
Well, I've been experiencing dizziness for about 2 months. I had gone to the Instacare twice. They thought I had allergies. They treated it as such, and then I ended up to the ear, nose, and throat specialist, which did a CAT scan, and we found out that I had a couple other issues, but it wasn't addressing the dizziness. And that's when I came to you.
So so the dizziness had continued to happen. How had it affected your life?
I couldn't drive. I had my oldest son driving me around town, and I just couldn't drive at all.
Okay, so that's a major issue because the way I know Julie is our kids have played sports together and stuff like that in the past, so she knew who I was. But going to kids' games, doing that because they're active and stuff, it dramatically puts a crunch in what you do.
For sure.
So, what were kind of the things that the medical model were trying to do for you?
Just trying to adjust everything and make sure that I'm not having any dizziness. It would a couple of appointments, and it seemed like it was a lot better. I could drive again.
Okay, so when you were in the not doing chiropractic, so after you came into chiropractic, we got some relief. We'll get to that in just a second. But when you were going from doctor to doctor, you saw what, 3 or 4 or 5 different doctors?
About 3 different doctors.
And what were they trying to do? What was their whole thought process?
Their thought process was to give me some medication. It might be better in a couple of days or a couple of weeks. And the medicine would be done in a couple of weeks, and I still had the dizziness.
Okay. And were you experiencing this like every day, all day, or was it intermittent? What was happening?
Intermittent, and usually when I was driving to try and turn corners, it was really bothering me.
Okay. So then you came into our office, and it's been about a week, right? I mean, today was like your 4th visit, right?
Yeah,
4th
right.
visit. Okay. So after we saw you the first time, what did you experience?
I felt taller, of course. And then I felt refreshed. I felt like the knot in my neck was gone. It seemed like the dizziness was elevated more. I mean, I didn't feel as dizzy.
Okay.
I still wasn't driving after that first time,
Right.
but I felt so much better.
Okay. And then after the second visit, and this is kind of my bad because when we were talking originally in the evaluation, I didn't pick up on as how severe the dizziness had been affecting you. And I just knew that the neck, because your neck was really bothering you, there's neck pain and stuff like that, right?
Right.
After her second visit, she was in the office and she was still sitting up front, and I'm like, how come, are you okay? I wanted to make sure she was okay. And she goes, oh, I'm just waiting for my ride. So I didn't even realize that she hadn't been driving until then.
Right.
So after the second visit, what happened on the third visit?
Third visit, I drove here.
You drove here.
I did.
Yeah. And so reality, so we've seen you basically for a week.
Yes.
And you came in with major dizziness, and how many days have you been dizzy free?
It's probably been at least through the weekend, and today, none.
So that's awesome.
Yes.
I mean, that's a life changer right there.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much.
Sure.